Hi, everybody. I'm just going to get signed into the chat, and today I am really going to do it. So I started just a minute or two early so I could sign in because apparently you need to be kind of live. So I'm just going to let this scene sit on your screen just for a few moments while I do that. All right. Thank you for your patience. I've signed into the chat. It was so frustrating, but I did it. Okay, let's get started. I have some painting to do on this. We have until 3 o'clock precisely, and I am really going to make a go at finishing this picture in that time. So if you remember last time, let me switch my view here. We left it about here, exactly here, as a matter of fact. And that's where we're going to pick it up. The first thing I'm going to do is maybe just take a little bit of oil on the palette. And that oil, I'm just going to kind of brush over some of the dark areas to look at how dark that value actually is. Let me explain that a little bit. That is because oil really sinks into the surface and things get very matte and things get a little bit lighter when they're matte. So you might kind of overcorrect as you're mixing back into this today. Let's look at the sky. I think you can really see that here. I hope. But looking closely, I see a little bit of a color shift in that cloud. I'm just kind of re-oiling to see what I have. I like to do this only in areas that I'm going to paint back into, and probably will paint into all of this. So far I like what I have. I feel like the sky is pretty and I kind of like where it's going, but I can tell you I think it might need more paint in a few places, which is somewhat disappointing to me. But that's okay. We'll get it done. I like the colors back here in this distant kind of mountain area. I feel like we have a little bit to deal with in the sky back here. But the main thing I want to do immediately is start weaving these trees in. I can come back with the sky and bring the sky up to the trees because I have this light layer underneath. So I like to kind of go layer of sky, layer of trees, layer of sky, and you go back and forth and you get those trees feeling like they're part of the landscape instead of just being really like plunked on. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of, let's see, 1 second. I'm going to put oil on my palette. Looking at my screen for one quick second, everybody, so don't mind me. Okay, I have a little oil on the palette. I want to use my transparent colors, and I want to see if these deep colors, we can just kind of do a little light sketching and place a first layer of the tree. So transparent colors on the palette. Let's see if we can't get that little scene up for you. I'm just mixing that like into a puddle of oil. And it's kind of purpley. Not a bad color for what we're dealing with. I want it to be lighter. I'm going to put out a little bit more oil. And I do want to start very lightly. Okay, so see how I'm like kind of working that color out a little lighter and a little lighter. Sorry about the glare. Okay. So that's about the consistency, color, and value that I want to go for. And here we are back, ready to start. So grabbing my reference, I can kind of just hold that in my hand and hopefully not block your view of the painting. I'm going to look for like the easiest trees to get started with. I always say to people, find the on-ramp that is easiest to you. Because you're about to just get into it and you kind of have like lots of choices for where you're going to start. So start with the thing that like calls to you and is most understandable, least impactful. I wouldn't do like the critical areas first. I always try to get the ball moving, get the ball rolling here. Lightly, really thin, non-committal. That's still a little thick, and I actually want it